is Thursday, October 29th, 2020. This is Around Midnight Somewhere. I am Joe Carbonetta, and I don't look anything like that anymore. But here I am anyway. Those were the good old days. That's the show from 20 years ago, as a matter of fact. Anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We are live, and we'll give you the telephone number in just a second. But first, I am joined by almost all of the usual gang. I have Todd Fluker, and he is kind of resizing his graphic all the time tonight. But how's it going there, Todd? And
hey, what's going on?
Let's see. I also have CJ, Chevelle. And what are you doing, CJ? You are eating a banana? I don't know. What?
Trying to keep up on my butt. It's an orange.
Oh, it's a
banana?
All right. Well, hey, I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I wasn't paying that much attention. Anyway, all right.
I mean, you were fidgeting around there in your lap. Who knows what you were doing?
I mean, if my hands were lower, I might be messing around with my banana.
Would have been better if he was peeling with a banana. Yeah, that's... All right. Anyway, like I was saying, we are live for Thursday, October 29th, 2020. And as you can see, we do not look anything like we did in that intro from 20 years ago. But hey, times change, and...
I'm gonna grow my hair out again.
Well, yeah, you're a little more dapper these days there, Todd. I really like that denim shirt. And I'm feeling like I missed the memo this evening because I'm the only one not wearing the blue shirt, though I do have the blue background. If you want to join the conversation tonight, you can dial us up anytime, 951-356-6882. That is the number to call. And we also have the capability for you to write us at Mixifyd@gmail.com. That's Mixifyd@gmail.com. And, of course, you can always tweet us at Joe Carbonetta, at Chevelle Divine, at Todd Fluker. So, gentlemen, how are you guys doing tonight?
All right.
Don't everybody speak at once here.
That's all you have to say for yourself.
All right, man.
Just okay. Well, all right.
Honestly, I mean, who gets excited about anything anymore? I have not seen anything more than the same half dozen faces for the last 8 months now.
Oh, well, yeah, COVID will do that to you. You know, it's kind of par for the course these days. We're all locked inside anymore. We're actually doing the show from multiple locations.
I need to go some.
What about you, Todd? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, man, did anybody see that episode of SNL last week?
No,
with
I missed
Adele?
it. No, I missed it. What's going on with that?
Oh, man. It just reminds me how awesome she is. I haven't heard her music in a good minute. I had to look her up on Spotify, stream some Adele songs. I was rocking out. Some good stuff.
All right.
You can rock out to Adele?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, classic.
Well,
days.
Speaking of classic...
Is it weird that these days you turn on the oldie station and you're starting to hear songs from the 90s, and you're like, hey, wait a second, that's not so old. And you're like, wait, yeah, it is.
Speaking of classics,
2 decades,
the 90s and so on and so forth, again, this is Thursday, October the 29th. We are 2 days away from Halloween, guys. And traditionally, all those years ago, we used to do these Halloween-type shows, Halloween-themed anyway. I don't know. You guys remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sort of?
Had a good old time.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Break out the fog machine and,
that's right. We did a Halloween party once. We did all kinds of insane things over the years doing the show. And
has anybody ever actually bobbed for an apple? I have never done that.
No.
Have you ever done that?
Outside of a movie?
Well, I've never done it. You've never done it, and I guess Todd's never done it.
It must be one of those 50 sock hop type things or something, but everybody did it in all the cartoons back in the day. Shaggy would be like, I don't know, Scoop. And then a monster would pop out of the bowl or something crazy like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like people would poo-poo that, especially these days. But I mean, even
I think we should bring it back.
In years before.
Just because of the situation these
days.
They'd
be like, oh, what if there are razor blades in that apple?
Yeah. Now they're like, oh, what if COVID's in that apple?
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to just put a big water basin in my front yard.
Yeah, you got a bob for your candy kid.
Be like, come on over, neighborhood children's.
Okay. Well,
How long before you think the sheriffs would show up?
You've managed to go completely off the subject that I was trying to build. I was trying to get a segue going here, Todd, and you are killing it for me.
What? I segued.
No. You sidestepped. You sidestepped everything. Yeah,
right?
You sidestepped so far. You fell off a cliff, or the curb. Anyway.
Just trying to help you out, man.
The point I was trying to get at is that we used to do these fantastic Halloween-themed shows back in the day. And because, of course, all through the month of October, and that's kind of a joke because this is only the second show that we've managed to pull off in the month of October, we were supposed to be running these clips from classic AM shows from several years ago. So tonight, being Halloween-themed, of course, we wanted to take something from one of those Halloween-themed shows. So we reached back into the dustbin, and let me tell you, we really had to go back in the dustbin for this stuff, but we actually have something from 20 years ago today. As a matter of fact, it would have been almost the same. We used to be on Friday nights, but now it's Thursday. And so anyway, you guys gotta watch this. This is... Oh, and by the way, before I go any further, I want to take an opportunity to point out, we always have flown a disclaimer at the top of this show. That it's definitely recommended that there's viewer discretion. As you can see, it's in the upper left corner of your screen right now. We've run that disclaimer. We ran it again at the top of this show. We've always run it. We used to be on at midnight. So, yeah, viewer discretion. Seriously.
All right, we're back right here. It's around midnight with the local boys. I am Joe. You got Jeff in there, DJ CJD, Todd, and of course the lovely Eileen Doverdick is sitting in with us this evening. She's going to be reading the news. And we have special guests Rudy, the Rubber, and friends. Rudy, how are you doing out there?
Very good. Where's my damn close-up? Do I get a close-up, Joe?
Well, you know...
I don't think so.
There it is. Check it out.
Here, hold on. Ah, there we go. How you doing, Joe?
Yeah, we're doing good in here. We're a little confused, but otherwise we're doing good.
First of all, we want to thank you for inviting us on the show, but we also want to say that it is Rudy's Halloweeny party. Yes, it is Rudy's Halloweeny party, and of course we have my good buddy Shane. Say hi, Shane.
Howdy.
You know, we haven't been to Club AM in a while, and now we've come back just to see Rudy. Rudy rented out Club AM for his Halloweeny party.
That's right. It's Rudy's Halloweeny party, and we have a whole bunch of friends. Of course, you're borrowing our own Eileen Doverdick. Let's give her a hand. She's got some news stories to report. She's lovely and she's bright and she's everything you want that I can't have, basically.
Oh, Rudy.
And then we also have a few other guests. Now, do you have any scary music in the booth?
Oh, scary mood music.
Scary mood music.
That music we just played was pretty scary.
No. I need some really scary Halloween music. Do you have anything like that in the booth?
Well, we can come up,
how about this one, Joe?
I don't know what. Oh,
this is totally scary.
The Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies are kind of scary.
How about Perry Como? No. What do you got in there that's sort of? Do you have any Halloween scary music?
You know,
it's coming, Rudy.
Yeah, we're looking.
Calm down.
I'm sorry, I'm making them work tonight.
Yeah. Hang on a sec.
Rudy's a little uptight this evening.
No, nice of you to notice. I'll be up anything if you give me a try. All right, I'm sorry.
Way to set him up, Joe.
You know, I want to know how come it is that Rudy's getting all these plugs too, because like his show was just on and now he's back again.
Well, don't say plug to a lonely condom, okay? All right, you know what I'm saying?
We are working on this music, and
can we say uptight again? Because up and tight is exactly where I'd like to be.
Rudy,
sorry, Shane. How are we doing with the music?
It's coming right now.
Okay, because I have a very, very special guest that I want to introduce. We have lots of friends here tonight. Here it is. Can we bring on my special guest? It's Count Cocula! There he is! Count Cocula!
Oh my God!
It's Count Cocula!
It doesn't get any
He
better
wants
than
to
that.
suck your pud! It's Count Cocula! Can I have a few words with Count Cocula? Introduce him to the audience, Joe?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
Count Cocula, tell the audience where you're from.
I am from Pennsylvania.
He's from Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen. Pennsylvania. I understand that you you love women.
Yes, I love the women. I love.
And is there any time of the month that you love them more than others?
I love to ride the Scarlet Way.
He loves to ride the Scarlet Way, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think that show? We have Count Cocula for Halloween.
I didn't think our show could get any Less tasteless.
And we also, I believe we also have some other friends, and they're coming in right now. We have our own financial backer, JP Bigwad, and his assistant, Anya Bakubich. Can we bring them on?
Come on,
It's just getting worse.
back a bit.
It's not getting better, folks. It is getting worse.
How are you?
I beg to differ. I think it's getting much better.
On your face front, the camera needs to see those.
Yes. Someone is smelling very fresh. Someone is smelling very
Why
fresh.
me?
Shane, are you going to live through there tonight?
Count
I don't
Chocula
think so.
smells blood.
I want to go
Smells
home.
blood.
Needless to say, if you are watching at home
There's nothing stopping him now.
and you want to get in on the party, you can.
Well, you wish you smelled this good.
You can.
It's
You
not tuna, it's dried blood.
Guys,
You haven't smelled this way in years.
You inserted yourself on another show.
Sorry, JP.
Midnight.
Yeah, that's around midnight.
She just. Oh, by the way, if you'd like, we do have our lovely reporter Eileen Doverdick, and she can give a news. Where the hell am I? She can give.
Yeah, can we get a little
Eileen,
Rudy?
are you ready to start us out with one of your news stories?
I sure am, Rudy.
Okay, can we have Joe? Can we have one story with our own Eileen Doverdick?
I think we could do that.
Look, I was just born with the name.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Eileen Doverdick, here with the news, views from all over the world, and to all you fat Jews.
Oh, what?
Sorry, Shane. You made me say it.
Yeah.
I'm not mean. In our top story tonight, President Bill Clinton has joined Democratic candidate Al Gore on campaign trail. President Clinton has been seen out on the streets with Gore, shaking hands, kissing mothers, and handing out cigars. I hope they weren't already used.
I do too. Thank you, Eileen Doverdick, for the first news story.
I hope they were used.
I think he wants to know where his next tour date is. He sounded pretty interested in that.
I want to know why Eileen's music for the news segments always sounds like something from one of those films.
Never mind.
I mean, listen to that.
Why don't we take
I don't
some
know
calls?
what film you're talking about, Joe.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Joe, are you going to take some calls?
We are.
the
Well, you know what? We
epitome of
haven't even discussed what we were
organization
talking about yet.
Oh,
which is-
what's our topic?
Well, you know, it's Halloween coming up. We're doing the Halloween show. This is why we are all dressed up, because we are like the refugees from those famous shows, the Survivor series of shows. You know, we're all the people that got kicked off the island.
Yeah. Well,
But,
did you say this was the Hallowed Weenie show?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
All
Well.
right, that's what I want. There I
That's
am.
what he wanted to hear.
This is a
Thank
joke.
you.
Yeah, it's the what show? Joe?
Halloweenie.
Yeah, it's a Halloween.
Halloweenie.
I love Cocula. He's awesome.
It's Count Cocula.
I was going to ask what color he turns the milk, but I really don't want to know.
Oh,
Is he afraid
Joe
of sunlight?
is liking the color of your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I can't see Rudy.
I know. Wait.
Who?
Oh, there I am.
This is now the Count Cocula show.
He's taking over.
I am taking over.
That
Anyway.
show really
Look at
sucks.
Eileen. Eileen, you look lovely tonight, my darling.
Eileen, I hope that is some overspill.
Count's talking about the color of Eileen's shirt.
And we're talking about what tonight?
Oh yeah, right. We were talking about Halloween.
Focus, Joe, focus.
I'm trying. I really am.
Funkady.
Oh, now I'm getting confused all over again.
I believe it's that time of the month.
Okay, you know, seeing as how it is Halloween, it was really interesting. I was reading this article in the newspaper today about the occult and the alternative forms of religion out there, not the least of which is the whole witch genre. And of course, they say that they're misunderstood and misrepresented because, you know, Hollywood makes them out to look like all these green-skinned people that fly around on brooms, but really it has nothing to do with that. And a lot of these people just didn't feel like they were accepted in the mainstream religions.
Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that you've never made love until you start dicking the wicked. That's what I've heard, Joe.
Okay. Well, you know, maybe they'll call and speak to that or something, but
Yeah, those Wicca.
but anyway,
Hey, Joe,
like
I
I
think
was.
we have an intruder in the control
Is
room
he
here.
like? Is he trying to? Is he
he's
harassing you?
He's making some.
I have a
some
number
mad
here, I
moves
think.
over here. I'm actually taking notes.
It's just a business card.
Security. Where's security? You know.
What security? What?
No. Let him go. I'm taking notes here. He's smooth.
I'm JP Big One, all right? I can buy you, sell you, put you on a shelf. and look
Security!
at you for a year, okay?
No, he
Just
does what he
relax.
Oh,
wants.
look! Here comes security.
Don't take all my money. Shane.
Yeah, JP, beat it.
Do something.
It's all. She took my money.
All right. Okay. So, like I was saying,
Watch this.
they're saying. They're saying they're just misunderstood, but I want to ask this question to the group. Would you date a witch? That's what I'd like to know.
I have.
That's not quite what I meant, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe
I met her once.
Maybe I should rephrase the question. But Rudy, would you date a witch?
It would be accurate on both accounts.
Would she look like Samantha on Bewitched?
Oh, you mean the? Well, hey, guys,
I date her.
I like Sabrina. I like the Youngbloods.
Do you think Samantha ever dicked Sergeant?
Rudy.
Or dicked York? Sergeant York. York Sergeant. Sergeant York.
God.
York Sergeant.
Why do we have him back again? I'm forgetting.
Sandy, line 1.
Oh,
we have a
talks
call.
more than Lewis. By the way, where is Lewis?
Lewis is.
He's kicking back over.
He's
in the
entranced.
shadows.
Hey, Joe, I want to thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks, Joe, by the way. Thanks for sticking us with the addiction guy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, he's got.
Rudy,
I think he's got the second best seat in the house.
Hey, by the way, in case you didn't know, Anya works for tips. No, I'm sorry. And look at the tips she's been working for so far.
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't touch that.
This is my best Al Gore.
Rudy, I just want you to know I wouldn't touch that with a pair of rubber gloves. Okay.
Be careful, Count Chocula looks hungry.
Okay, yeah. Give me a telephone call. Who is that? Those on the line, Todd?
Sandy, line 1.
Sandy's on line 1, and we're trying. You know what, Eileen? Would you date a witch?
A warlock?
A warlock.
Yeah.
Or a witch, depending on your preference.
All right, that was 20 years ago tonight. I can't believe how the time flies, but quite amazing. Wouldn't you guys agree?
And we have Rudy the Rubber back again after 20 years. Welcome, Rudy the Rubber guys.
That would be awesome if we could get Rudy the Rubber to call in tonight. That would be fantastic. Yeah. I mean, it would be better if we had him in a studio, but we don't have him in the studio because we don't have a studio right now thanks to COVID. But if Rudy's watching tonight, he should give us a call at 951-356-6882. Anyway, yeah. So that was
maybe someone from Rudy's entourage. That guy rolls deep. He had like 20 people with him,
and I think he was light on that episode because that was his. Actually, it was his second appearance with us, and I think he had additional people on the first installment. But yeah, those were some fun times. Good.
We got some comments about the video already.
Oh, really?
Thomas is saying, "Oh, Eileen is too fine."
Yes, I believe that we got quite a few of those comments on the night that show aired. And I should point out, by the way, that this is the first time that any of that footage has been seen by the public since the night it aired 20 years ago. It's actually been in a vault for all this time. So, this is definitely a special episode of Around Midnight Somewhere that we're unearthing all of this old footage. But yeah, I seem to recall that we had several calls that night that were devoted exclusively to Eileen.
And Kelly's chiming in. She says, "Is that Chevelle's hair or was it a wig?" It was amazing.
That was pretty epic.
That was his hair. That was really his hair. That was pretty amazing.
I was between dues at the moment. I was
between.
Every time I think about growing my hair back out, I see something like that, and I'm like, nah.
You pulled it off, CJ. You pulled it off. I would like to say though that I think we should carry that question over to tonight. If anybody is watching that happens
my
to be
answer's
single,
going to be the same.
Would you date a witch? And your answer is
still yes.
Or a warlock, by the way, because we have to depending on preference. So it could be a witch, could be a warlock. Is there such a thing as a? No, I never mind. Forget it. I was going to say, can you merge the two together? But
these days, all bets are off.
I think that's encompassed in the QQ.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of witches,
it's one of the letters.
And warlocks. Yeah. We should also point out.
It could be all the letters.
Again, that it is the 29th of October right now, and that means that the election is coming up really, really quick. So you need to get out and vote. I hate to derail this for a second, pull us off the fun times for just a minute, but I want to point out that it is that time, and your vote counts, no matter what you might think. So get out there, get out the vote. Do it by mail, drop it off someplace, vote in person the day of. November 3rd is right around the corner. Get your vote out there because every vote does count. All right, so back to
I think what you meant to say is your vote counts unless you're a Republican in California.
And if you'd like to dispute that, you can reach out to Chevelle at ChevelleDivine.com, or you can drop him a line at Mixifyd@gmail.com. Send all your hate mail to him at one of those two locations.
Why does it have to come directly to me?
Because you're the one who's bringing everybody down. You're harshing everybody's
I've
buzz.
always been the bad guy.
I know.
Always been the bad guy.
Yeah, you should chat with I know we have a frequent commenter on our Around Midnight Facebook group named Don, who's, I think you could classify him as a Trump supporter.
Oh,
I think that'd be a safe bet.
Yeah. You should get him to call in one of these days, and I'm sure him and Chevelle will have a lot to agree about.
I don't know. See, if somebody else starts saying it, I have to disagree.
Well, the number
I only say it because I'm the only one on this show who says it.
The number is up on the screen.
If somebody else comes on,
951-356-6882, and you can join in on this conversation. Of course, you can always write in on the chat too. What are they using to access our chat this evening, Todd?
We have our YouTube chat, which is where I'm sure everyone's streaming us.
All right.
On YouTube.com.
There's also a Facebook chat, is there not?
Yeah. We have our Facebook group, Facebook.com/Around Midnight, probably. Or,
like
just search Around Midnight on Facebook. There's a group.
All right. But we don't actually post our videos over there anymore, do we? I don't think you've updated that site in a while.
No, we should. Yeah, we should dual post our videos. But man, talking about all this voting stuff, I just wanted to bring up a headline I was reading earlier talking about how there was a headline talking about Trump and how he's kind of poo-pooing the mail-in ballots and talking about how it's going to, I don't know, mess things up. It's going to rig the election, yada, yada, yada. And there was a Supreme Court decision in Minnesota saying that ballots must be received by election day, not postmarked on by election day. That's what most other states seem to be going by. I believe that's the law in California, is that your mail-in ballot has to be postmarked by election day, November 3rd. But that appears to be not the case in some places. So I would say at this point, if you haven't put your ballot in the mail, it might be safer to go ahead and walk it on over to your polling place and hand it to someone.
Okay. Well, good to know. Well, you could also
These days it's kind of easier to find your polling place than a post office. It's hard to find a decent post office anyway.
You can also go to one of those drop boxes and, that are specifically and exclusively for your mail-in ballots in case you are distrustful of, what is his name, DeJoy and the Postal Service. You can just go to a drop box, put it in there, and it goes directly to the voter offices at that point, so it can be counted.
So how are they handling that out there with the COVID and whatnot? Are you going to go down and vote, or did you already send yours in?
I actually sent mine in already. I figured I was going to take advantage of this for the first time in my life, and I'm quite happy. I should have been wearing my I voted sticker tonight. We should have all worn our I voted stickers, but oh well.
I didn't vote yet.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
A good candidate.
Oh, wait, don't we have one of those somewhere? Well, I don't know. That's too late.
Just gonna run over and get it.
Yeah. Wait, come on, Todd, you gotta do the shuffle. Do the Todd shuffle. You're not doing it, Todd. You gotta do the Todd shuffle.
Yeah, I mean, I technically haven't voted yet. I have my mail-in ballot. I actually have it right here.
You haven't voted yet either? Oh.
What'd you guys get for number 4?
D.
So I'm the only one that has voted already. Included in your mail-in ballot packet was the I voted sticker. You guys could have just lied and put it on or something,
really?
Save face.
Oh, really? I don't remember seeing that.
You didn't?
I didn't get that. That must have fallen out.
Really? Ugh. All right, you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me.
You're not wearing yours either, and you actually voted.
No,
so,
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I should have put it on tonight. I didn't think about it. But oh well. It's too late now. Maybe I can grab it on a break. No, probably not. Anyway,
Chevelle, after the show, you gotta give me your notes. I gotta pass this test.
Okay. Yeah, I think all of America's gonna fail this test.
Again, with the rosy outlook there.
I am just not enthusiastic about this.
So, how about those Dodgers? How about those? Oh, wait, I forgot. You're in Colorado. You don't even care about the Dodgers.
Actually, you know what? I did not care about sports until I left California, and now I just kind of want to be LA everything. They are so hardcore Bronco out here. It's crazy.
Really? Oh, well,
crazy.
The Broncos aren't necessarily a bad team, but LA.
Yeah, but I ain't for the Bronco.
LA, the Lakers won in basketball, and now the Dodgers in baseball. So come on, we got two.
So go Chargers. No one, just me.
Yeah.
Come on, you're not a Charger fan.
Why? What? No.
I'm more of a Rams fan. I got to admit, I'm more of a Rams fan. I don't have anything against the Chargers. I don't. I like the Chargers.
I'm not a Ram fan is because they left the first time.
Well,
if they
it's
stuck
true.
Around, I'd be like,
it's true. I'm not even going to be mad at you about that. It was hard for me to get back into it, but the Rams came back first, and so I was a Rams fan before
when the
Rams
left. I went Charger. So
really, well, so
there's no Raiders fans here.
No,
nah, bro.
No, the Raiders lost.
That's why there's no violence.
The Raiders lost all respect when they picked up and left. Anyway, speaking of picking up
a long time ago.
Yeah. Speaking of picking up and leaving, it is about time for us to take a break. So I guess we're going to have to be back in just a second, but we're going to go out with a little bit of this.
All right, we're back right here. It's Around Midnight with the Local Boys. I am Joe. You got Jeff in there, DJ CJD, Todd.
You know what, though? Actually, that's the wrong one. We're going to go with this one instead. Let's try this one.
Rudy, you might appreciate this. I got this information off the internet, and so I really don't know where the source was coming from, but it was a news report basically stating that the FDA has been actively pursuing a generic name for Viagra because, the patent on it is about to run out, and now all the drug companies are going to be able to produce it, right?
Watch Chevelle on this one, too, by the way.
Searching through all these names, and they finally settled on one, and for those of you who are not sure what I'm talking about when I say generic, you know that aspirin is acetylsalicylic
acid.
That's it, acetylsalicylic acid. Thank you. And then, you have...
better than you. I'm just saying.
Hey, he got to know all about aspirins,
I'm one smart rubber.
Aspirin was one step ahead of Viagra, okay. I know.
And then, Tylenol is acetaminophen and all those kinds of things. So anyway, with Viagra, they finally settled on the name mycoxyphaline.
I hope so. I do hope so, Joe.
Wow, that came out of Joe's mouth. Oh my God!
It's the generic name. That's what they're.
Joe, you're kidding, right?
You almost choked me, Jack.
America's veterans are more than a source of pride. They're a source of strength. When our veterans thrive, our communities thrive. With your support, our veterans can get career and education opportunities, as well as benefits they've earned.
Hi, I'm Congressmember Judy Chu. Join me in thanking our nation's veterans. They've given so much. Find out how you can support veterans in our community.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey!
Okay. If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we are back right here. This is Around Midnight Somewhere. I am Joe Carbonetta, and of course, I am joined by everybody from the old Around Midnight gang. I have Todd Fluker with me. I've got Chevelle Devine with me tonight, and we are live if you are watching on Thursday, October the 29th, 2020, and we've been showing scenes from 20 years ago. All right, guys, looks like we are back in business, and wow, Todd, you're kind of like half-sized all of a sudden. What happened there?
Janky, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I got a nice upgrade with a new web camera, but apparently it is causing problems.
No, I don't believe your webcam is the issue at all. Unfortunately, the internet has its way of playing games with us, and it looks like it's in full effect this evening. But CJ, I'm gonna center on you just for a second here, just because I loved you almost choking to death on that shot 20 years ago. That was pretty darn funny.
Yeah. Except the fact I almost died, but yeah, other than that, it was hilarious.
Took a bad time to take a drink.
Yeah, that was, yeah. And I had to turn because I didn't want to short out the whole studio by spraying water all over these old black and white tube TVs. Probably caused an explosion. It looked like an old sci-fi show from the 60s or something.
You're totally giving away all the magic. You know that, right?
So
it just gets showered with sparks.
Yeah,
everywhere.
it actually would have probably been pretty cool. Except we, anyway.
Well, I mean, could have just grabbed Rudy and then you would have been grounded, you know?
I don't think grabbing Rudy would have been a great idea. Yeah,
He's
really.
covered.
Seriously, you totally... Poor choice of words, Todd. Poor choice of words.
I can't buy it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I wish Rudy was here to call in because that would be pretty darn funny.
I approve this message.
Do you?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so what else are we talking about tonight, guys? Just out of curiosity here.
I mean, I got some more stuff to complain about. I don't know that we have to have a conversation about it, but I would be curious to see what other people think.
Well, I know you've always got something to complain about.
Yeah, I do. So this new Facebook redesign, it's been out for a little while, but it sucks. Like, bad.
That's
really
right.
bad.
You did want to complain about Facebook, so do share.
It's really... Have you seen it?
No, I can't say that I have. I don't spend much time on Facebook personally.
Yeah, and Facebook is notorious for like breaking perfectly good stuff. They will go in and you have to go and reconfigure all their settings because they've completely abandoned the entire concept and built it all up from the ground up. But this last redesign they did, maybe because I chose the dark theme versus the light theme, but I think all the themes are ugly. This seems like there's a lot of wasted space, and I don't know. I mean, I've seen better websites developed by junior high school students. It's pretty sad. No, it's really bad, though. It is really bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
All right. Well,
and then, like, they got all these ugly icons. It's like, especially if you're an Apple and a Mac person, I don't know how you can go to Facebook and take it seriously. It's you know what it looks like?
No.
It looks like one of those old 1990s websites when AOL was all the rage and people had figured out how to use GIFs and they'd have a little sparkly thing and the Spider-Man dancing. That's what Facebook is like now.
Yeah, I've seen better classic MySpace pages.
Yeah.
Better than the Facebook revamp.
It's terrible.
Erin says on the YouTube chat, she says she likes the new look. It's very...
You're a very poor designer and have a very bad artist aesthetic.
Dang. Jeez.
She's saying it's very Mondrian. Is that a word?
Apparently. I think it's a word that people make up to say that something ugly is good looking. It's like Japanese, they have that word wabi-sabi. You know what that means, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what Facebook is right now. Facebook is wabi-sabi.
I thought she was going for Mandalorian. I just read that as Mandalorian.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Maybe it looks better on mobile.
Yeah, I can't say I like it. The desktop, I use the desktop a lot just for chatting with people throughout the day. And yeah, I can't say I care for it much. I prefer Facebook Classic, or maybe that's just what I tell myself now because I just don't like the way it looks now, and it seems kludgy and clunky.
The last one wasn't that great either. I haven't liked it since they went to this whole 3-bar. The two, like they had first, they had you had your stuff down the middle, then they had the little bar on the side. Then they went to the 3 bars, and it just keeps getting progressively uglier. Now they've got like 3 bars and like 5 menus on it. How are you? I don't know. Man.
So, wait, are you saying it was made by witches?
No.
Oh,
well, maybe I am. I don't know. It's ugly.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, so we know that Chevelle's no fan of Facebook, but I'm actually surprised you gave it that much thought, CJ, because I have to freely admit that I don't pay attention to Facebook much at all. I think I post things there that are related to the show, but that's about it.
Multi-billion-dollar company can actually get worse. Like, you have the money to pay the top people. You own some of the hottest internet commodities on the planet, and you let that happen? I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe they got too many yes men in their company nowadays.
I'm sure there's some algorithm or something.
Zuckerberg.
I bet you what happened is they let Facebook design the new Facebook.
I mean, have you seen Mark Zuckerberg? He probably, whenever he's dealing with the engineers, he just gives them that weird stare, like he's in front of Congress. And they're like,
the Mitch McConnell
sorry,
stare?
Mr. Zuckerberg, sorry to bother you.
The Mitch McConnell stare?
Yeah.
That's your Mitch McConnell?
Yeah, that's the best I can do. Sorry.
You gotta at least put one word in there. What is that?
I don't feel like working that hard. I don't care much for him.
The same thing to say whatever Trump said, and that's your Mitch McConnell.
Whatever Trump said, yeah. That came out sounding more like Jimmy Stewart. It really did. That came out sounding more like Jimmy Stewart.
I don't know. It's still funny. I like it. You should do that every show. Or maybe it's the orange top.
No, but I'd have to follow up. I'd have to follow it up with Todd's impression of Trump.
But wait, I feel like the Trump impression, you could pretty much get away with it without saying actual words.
But wait, Todd, don't do it yet. Don't do it. Don't do the Trump impersonation. Let me play this first, and then you can do the Trump impersonation. All right, ready? Here we go. Okay, now you go ahead.
Sad. Get away with that. Come on.
No, sir. Whatever the president said. Yeah. Vote on it now. We'll vote right now.
Yeah,
I'm confident we can get this through right now.
I have faith in America now.
I'm liking this dynamic.
That's exactly what I imagine it goes like every day in the White House.
Gosh, could you imagine?
No, I try not to. I try not to think about it. How did we get back on the subject again? We said we weren't going to talk about this, and we keep coming back to it because it's like a train wreck you can't get away from.
I mean, Trump's hard to get away from. Did you guys hear about that weird Trump rally where he left all those people out in the cold? Hilarious!
That's not nice, dude. People got hypothermia and had to be hospitalized.
And then there was the rally in North Carolina where people are coming up with COVID afterwards.
Yeah.
Then there's the fact that he killed Herman Cain.
I'm a nice guy.
So wait, hold on a second.
Okay.
Janelle, let me get this straight. Are you eating a second orange?
Yeah,
no, that's a banana. Well, he's actually eating a banana.
One. I ate the first one before the show. No, this is not a banana.
Look at this guy.
Seriously.
This is my homage to Trump. I'm eating orange.
Okay.
You're going to wash it down with some Cheetos?
What I'm doing is I'm actually trying to fabricate my Halloween costume. So I'm going to take the orange peels later, and I'm going to be Donald Trump for Halloween.
Yes.
But I don't have enough. I don't have enough orange yet, so got to keep putting them away.
Okay. All right. Now it's making sense. I actually like that now. I totally understand.
Yeah. So Facebook sucks is all I'm saying.
Well, we got that. I understand. And again, not really arguing with you on this. I don't know why you spent enough time to actually think about it.
Do it. Go online and type Facebook is ugly and look at the articles that come up.
But
There's multiple.
See, here's the difference. I don't care at all. I just don't. I don't bother with Facebook.
But Joe, you're a boomer in a Gen X body. So.
I'm sorry, did he just say I'm a boomer in a Gen X body?
What did he say?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Tell me that's not accurate. Come on, you know.
Well, maybe.
You know.
Maybe it is. I don't know. It's yeah. No, I remember Todd used to badger me about updating the photos on my Facebook page, and eventually he just stopped. Come to think of it, I think Todd gave up badgering me about social media posts before MySpace disappeared.
Yeah, the page they made for you because you refused to do it yourself.
Yeah, the ambush page that they created. No, I thought you were in on that, CJ.
No, I think I signed off on it. I co-signed on it, but
I see.
Didn't actually do it.
That was all you, huh, Todd?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Do we have? I'm sure we can look up a classic AM clip where we're talking about. Hey, catch us on MySpace.com/midnight.
I don't think we were ever that high tech. I don't think we actually had a MySpace page. We did have.
I don't know if I had a computer.
We had an original.
Is MySpace still a thing?
No, MySpace is long gone. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's there's.
I think it's still around. They tried to turn it into a social media for musicians type thing.
Yeah, it's not a social media.
Yeah, it's still here.
It keeps getting passed around.
But we actually had an original email address at Earthlink. I don't know what happened to that email address.
Wow.
But
Earthlink died.
Yeah, I know. Chevelle created that one because he was was all in to Earthlink back in the day. He was so earthy back then; it wasn't even funny.
I miss Earthlink.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when he would try to get in and check that email address. I think it was like oh wait, he's checking it again right now. Trying to see if it's still there.
I'm gonna need about 15 minutes, guys. It's coming.
Just talk amongst yourselves for a little bit.
Yeah, let us know if you find anything. It'd be great if it says
20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. Almost there.
Oh yeah. Anyway, boy, this is turning into a real nostalgia fest. Talking about old times and that kind of thing. And to be fair, there was actually a lot other footage that I wanted to incorporate into the show. But they're just it's locked away in vaults, and COVID has completely slowed the process on everything. And so I haven't been able to get my hands on half the footage that I wanted to use. So I think we will have to probably revisit this. I know we said we were only going to do this for the month of October. But at some point in the future, hopefully in the not too distant future, we're going to have to revisit this with some more classic footage.
So you never answered your own question about if you would date a witch.
No, I did.
What was your answer back then?
I actually did. I had started to say yes, and then you actually brought up a very interesting point. I think we might actually have some of that footage that we were going to play back a little later on in the show. But I was going to say yes, and then you pointed out, what happens when you piss her off?
Because I know I was going, so I have to think these things through.
Yeah. Well, apparently you had that previous experience you had mentioned right at the top of the show there. So, yeah. So anyway, interesting.
It's like you gotta really sit down and meditate. Like, do I really want to marry a Trump supporter?
Oh my goodness. That's 1 point for Chevelle right there. Anyway, I don't even know.
That's how families are divided.
Yeah, I don't. So if you got the papers already, right? The paperwork, you're ready to sign all that.
Bro. I'm in this for life, bro.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm not real big on politicians. They're kind of all the same. And if you were going to ask me to take lesser of two evils, I think Trump would be the lesser. I really believe that.
Oh, Todd, did you break another glass there?
In a fit of rage.
Take a drink. And then I heard him say that.
It's a good thing you got several of those things lined up there, right? When one's empty, you grab the other one, because I think you just shattered that one glass.
Come on, Todd. Somebody rebut it. You guys are not. See, this is evidence of the fact that you are not enthusiastic about a Biden-Harris
ticket. That's not the case at all. We have argued this so many times.
Nobody is enthusiastic
over so many shows. I mean, it came to one show episode where you were actually swinging at air like windmill style, trying to reach somebody through the internet because you wanted to punch somebody in the face. So, we just thought we'd let it go now, because
for somebody who doesn't care about politics, I am sure I'm passionate about my pacifism.
He's passive aggressive about the whole thing is what he is.
Yeah, that's it.
So anyway, moving right along.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
You guys seen that trailer for the new Saved by the Bell reboot?
Oh, God. Really? Really?
They're rebooting Saved by the Bell.
I did not want to have to even think about this, much less talk about it. Because, again, God, talking about material that we have covered on previous shows, I have railed on this subject a million times over, that the entertainment industry was 1 foot in the grave before COVID started. And the reason, and I don't understand how come no executive at any studio can figure this out, is the complete and total lack of imagination and original content. I mean, seriously, how hard is it to come up with a new show of any kind at all? You know it's bad when Disney goes out and creates its own cable network and then just starts doing live action versions of all the movies it animated before. I mean, that's pretty much the end of creativity.
But they got MPG back. Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Oh.
Screech
is going to be gay in this one, though. And Zach is trans.
Except for Screech. Screech isn't back. I think
Screech
he's in
ain't coming
jail.
out.
Well, that's because he figured out he could make more money. Well, that and he figured out he could make more money doing porn.
Oh, he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You know.
He's been around. It was some tough years for Screech.
You know, he was like
Saved by the Bell years.
They said, "Hey, you want to come back and do a reboot of Saved by the Bell?" He was like,
Catch you on the flip, suckers!
he went back to doing porn.
Yeah, Nikki's agreeing with you, Joe.
Oh?
On the YouTube chat.
Nikki's
she
agreeing
says there
with
hasn't
me?
been original content in so long. Look at the Flintstones as compared to the Honeymooners. There's never anything really new.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely true. But, you know, at least they could fake it and try. Now granted, the Flintstones cartoon was openly an animated retake on the Honeymooners. That was the whole point of the original Flintstones.
Can you imagine
cartoon.
that meeting, though? All right, so the Honeymooners isn't on anymore. We could do the Honeymooners in the Stone Ages. That was somebody's idea.
As a cartoon, though.
And they're like,
as a cartoon.
And they're like, smashing idea, Johnson. Let's go have a 3-martini lunch.
Yeah, but that was the thing. That when that cartoon was originally created, it ran in prime time. It was not for children. It got turned into a children's cartoon, but it wasn't intended for children. It just it was the original Simpsons idea, as a matter of fact. Like probably 30 years too soon.
Yeah, they did ads for cigarettes and things.
Yeah.
They were like, Fred was like, Winston cigarettes. So smooth. 8 out of 10 doctors would recommend.
I'm sorry, have you been boning up on old Flintstones cartoons or something?
Yeah, come on, those are classic boners that they used to do on these old cartoons.
What exactly have you been doing with your COVID time, Todd? I mean,
watching a lot of YouTube.
Wow.
Going down a lot of rabbit holes.
Interesting. Okay, all right.
Excellent.
Huh. All right, good to know. Good to know.
Aaron says this proves that kids ruin everything, even cartoons.
Well, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be dating myself here, but anybody that remembers the old George of the Jungle cartoons and Super Chicken and Tom Slick, those did not start out as kids' cartoons either. They just got turned into kids' cartoons.
Think about Super Chicken. His superpower was obtained.
His super sauce was getting
by
bombed.
drinking a martini.
He could get drunk. And then he was like, you know, he felt he was invincible.
And then he was a super chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was too drunk to know any better. That was the whole point of that cartoon.
Wait, he was the Rock Lee of chickens?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, Rock Lee didn't get drunk. You kind of lost me on that one.
Yeah.
Come on, Shmel, you remember that time? Rock Lee gets drunk and he gets all drunken boxing style?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Again, Todd, how much cartoon TV or how much television in general do you watch during a given work day?
So much.
Oh,
I think the word you're looking for is all of it.
Yeah. Which box do I check for all?
I want his job. That's, you know, when I grow up. I think that's what I want. You know, I want to just sit there and watch TV all day. Anyway. So what else have you got there, Todd? You seem to be the magician full of with a bag of tricks and off the wall topics tonight.
No, that was Felix the cat.
Now,
Oh God!
Have you guys heard about the Felix the Cat reboot?
Oh.
No, they've done that a bunch of times actually, haven't they?
At least twice.
They haven't done. They need to do a feature.
Well, wait
I
till
think they've
Disney
done a
buys
show.
it. Then they'll do a live action version of it somehow.
Yeah. Man, I was looking
Just be
at a
strapping
crazy
like a bag to
story,
this cat.
and I don't even know what to think about this.
Okay.
You guys tell me what you think.
I try not to think at all, but okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it doesn't even make sense to me. It says Kanye West gifts Kim Kardashian a hologram of her late father, Robert Kardashian, for her 40th birthday.
You know what she did with that, right?
The person's not dead.
What? What's that?
What?
Wait, that person isn't dead. So what?
Yeah, he is.
Her dad?
Wait.
Her dad's long dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of this
Mom got
step-
remarried.
Hello.
Yeah,
What have you been drinking, Todd?
Well, his mom married her stepdad, which is now her stepmom.
Oh,
Is that how that works?
I don't even want to get into that bag
Her
of
own
worms,
stepmom?
can of worms, whatever that is.
Wait a minute. Or okay, how does that work?
Oh, apparently I do not keep up with the Kardashians because I thought that was her dad was the one that did the sex change.
Oh, here comes producers
No.
with the facts.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh
Nikki
my
says he died
goodness.
in 2003.
that much.
Wow, Todd, seriously? I would have thought you would have kept up on Kim Kardashian. I mean, given all the plastic she's got,
I mean,
you know.
her early
Not so
stuff,
much that he's going
Yeah.
all into her family tree.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
her
guess
early
that's
stuff is the best.
It's
I mean,
just
he's really into her, just not.
Yeah, it stops right at Kim Kardashian and it doesn't go any further than that. Okay, yeah, I'm not really mad at you, Todd, because I don't pay attention either. But I do happen to know that her father passed away many, many years ago, which is what opened the door for Bruce Jenner to walk in and then turn around and walk out and become
Pole vault in.
Can we? Because I can't get the. Is it Caitlyn now? Is that what he?
I
she-
believe that's correct.
her- Him?
Yeah,
Sir?
I think that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what
That's
they
just what it is.
prefer.
I can't quite get it
Can you
straight.
just say they?
I know it's very
to be
insensitive
safe?
of
If you're
me.
not sure, could you just say instead of he, she, could you say they?
Yeah, but then that might be offensive.
Would it?
If I'm going to offend somebody, I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
You
saying,
still have
if
to be
you
heard.
wanted to go for a safety term,
But what
could
if they identify as She-Ra? Then you just call them they. The last time somebody said they to black people, that's a road we don't go down.
those people?
Uh,
Nikki, look this up. What's a safe term? A safe catch-all term?
You know,
that I can call someone.
while Nikki is looking that up, I think we're gonna do another classic AM Roland. And by the way, Nikki, before we go to the Roland, I just want you to know you actually are in the credits these days, Nikki, because you do so much for us anymore. Todd relies on you as a producer these days. But anyway, we're gonna go back into the vault and take a look at some more footage from 20 years ago, which is quite amusing, especially when I can see myself on the monitors here, and then I see myself back then. And enough said about that. All right, we'll be back right after this.
Okay, who was our next caller? I missed that.
Celine.
Celine. Okay.
Oh, Celine.
Celine, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Fine.
All right. Are you
Well, I
enjoying the
have
show so far?
Pardon me?
Are you enjoying the show so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have a problem.
You have a problem. What would
I
that
have going to a Halloween party tomorrow,
be? Okay.
but my boyfriend does not want to dress up.
He doesn't want to dress up.
Yeah, that's funny. I had that same problem.
Well,
Except
bring
for
him
not-
as the
not
Invisible
boyfriend.
Man.
I'm going as a hooker. I want him to be my pimp.
I got an idea.
Call back after the show.
Well, hold on. You talk to him.
What's your idea? Rudy, what's your idea?
Okay, her boyfriend. Okay, Joe.
Yeah.
The problem
Hang
is
on
this:
there,
her
caller.
boyfriend doesn't want her to go.
Right.
Oh, doesn't want to go, but she wants to go, right?
Right.
He doesn't want to dress up.
You know what?
Well, wait, maybe he can't afford a car.
She wants to be a hooker, and he doesn't want to dress up. Aren't you listening? Or what?
Well, I didn't understand.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
even
she,
listening,
I thought
Rudy?
she was a hooker, and she didn't want to dress up.
At least she wants you to wear clothes.
Well, sort of.
What's that?
Okay, so like, what's the problem?
Yeah, last time she had me dressed up,
Uh-huh.
she had me wearing chonies. It took me a long time to get used to that kind of stuff, but I said, okay, whatever you like, honey, it's your fantasy, I'll do what you want, right?
Uh-huh.
So there I am in her castones, right? And her grandpa walks in, and he thought my knowledge were cuter than hers, and ever since then, it's ruined the family.
I see. So, and you think you're going to have that problem with the pimp outfit?
Well, it depends. It depends if I shave my legs that night.
It sounds like a funny anecdote that you could tell your children. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I was pimping your mom one night, and
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think you should put on a costume. That's what I think. Put on a costume.
Hey, it might lead to a change of work.
You never can tell.
Oh, dag. Okay.
You might enjoy it, yeah, you know.
Are you hiring?
You gotta wear chonies.
Definitely. Girdle, bra, the whole 9 yards.
All right,
Right.
no problem.
Okay.
Excuse me, Joe?
Yeah.
Excuse the whiteness, but what the hell's a choni?
Celine, my blood will go on.
They're like, kind of underwear, sort of,
My blood will go on.
They're like underwear.
Near, far, wherever you are, Celine.
His blood will go on.
Why does he always sing? He's the singing count, right?
He's Count Cocula.
Blue, blue, blue.
God, this is bad.
Let me tell you something, ladies. Once a month, you better be afraid of this guy.
Woo! Okay, do we have more calls?
Moving on.
Eileen, I can smell you from here.
I can too. She smells pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's got the whole control.
I mean
room
that
kind
in the
of-
best way.
Oh, okay, that's not that's good.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Who's the next call?
Elvira, line 1.
Elvira.
Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah, the Elvira. This would be interesting. Elvira, are you there?
Shane! What did you do? Shane!
I can smell you from here, Shane.
And not the good kind of smell.
Shane! What did you do?
Shut the hell up.
Shane, how do you put up with it?
I don't. I'm going to go home in a second.
Shane, well, before you go home, Shane, I'd like to know: would you date a witch?
Yes, I would.
You would.
It doesn't matter what they believe. It's if you love them.
I see. Okay.
Hey Joe.
Yeah.
Would you date a witch?
Would I date a witch?
If she was really nice and decent, all that stuff that you require.
You got to speak up there, Lewis, because we can like barely hear you.
He doesn't have a mic.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You know what? I would. I think I would date a witch. Sure. I mean, we're talking the magical kind, right?
Well, one of my ex-girlfriends was one of both kinds.
See, that's what I was afraid of. You know. Yeah, I would.
No, he said witch.
I got to go with like Rudy said. You know, if she looked like Samantha, you know, that no problem at all for sure.
With a W.
She's a black magic woman.
Oh, man.
Would you date a slut?
Oh, pardon me.
I mean, what I meant to say.
All right, that was 20 years ago, and I want to point out that viewer discretion is advised for this episode, for all episodes of Around Midnight Somewhere. But yeah, this episode.
I wouldn't
is
say
no
we're going to get
exception.
demonetized on YouTube, but it's kind of pointless.
How are we going to get demonetized? I mean, what have we played that is not our original content?
Well, we're not monetized.
Yeah, that's true. We're not anyway. So you know, but I forgot to mention, by the way, in the first episode that we played, did you notice how quickly Jeff turned on Rudy's benefactor? Because he was saying, "I'm taking notes," until security showed up and they said, "Get him out of here."
Yeah, I think he learned everything he needed to learn from him. So then, you know, he needed to get him out of the way so he could apply his trade.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, on
the
that
lovely, what was her name?
Eileen. Eileen, yeah.
Yeah.
So
she was a bit of all right.
Todd, are you still working on that? All right.
Yeah, well, what's her full name? I gotta look her up on Facebook or MySpace or something.
Yeah, don't type that into Facebook or MySpace.
I don't know. He might actually enjoy the results of that search. But anyway, you know,
it might have come up with something interesting 20 years ago. Today, you're gonna get a whole different set of results.
Oh, that could be true. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go to another break, and we're gonna be back after this. But we're going out with a little more classic AM footage. And again, this is 20 years ago, and I want to say viewer discretion and all that fun stuff. And we'll be back in just a little bit.
You know what would make the show better about now?
No, what would make this show better about now? No, let me guess. Bare naked ladies.
Well, no, I wasn't gonna say that, but
We already have
that
bare
never
naked ladies
hurts.
on our show.
Never hurts to have bare naked ladies on the show.
You know that it's just about the time that you know.
Okay,
that
no, not another Count Chocula song. I was gonna say an informational bit from Rudy the Rubber.
All right, what's that?
Because Rudy's full of information.
Yes,
He's full
he
of a
is.
lot of things, but information's one of them.
Well, I am full of information. Shane did not properly introduce me, but for those of you who don't know me, I am the leader of Late Night Latex, the king of condom comedy, the Dick or Stick, here to remind you that you must wear latex condoms. You must wear latex condoms. The power of Christ, I swear to God.
Oh, man, you went there. You really went there.
Oh, Vanessa. You gonna text her back?
Nope. I'm high. I'm gonna hit the treadmill.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
We need to go meet the guys. I'm lit. Can you drive?
Nope. I'm high. How about they come over?
Where?
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
You are not your diagnosis.
A medical chart is not your identity.
And vision loss does not define you. Your drive shows who you are.
And you are not alone.
Because we are driven too.
To be a beacon of strength, a champion of courage,
an advocate for hope.
You are not alone.
Because we are stronger together.
We drive the research for the cures we're finding.
We're fighting macular degeneration,
LCA,
retinitis pigmentosa,
and the entire spectrum of blinding retinal diseases.
We fund.
We fight.
We win.
We
are
the foundation
fighting blindness. Together,
we are fighting blindness.
Join the fight at fightingblindness.org.
The lost cause. The ignored.
The impossible.
Meet your match. A Go-to-World Girl Scout identifies a big problem, creates a project, and takes the steps to solve that problem.
We stand out because we stand for more. Gold Award Girl Scouts don't just change the world for the better, we change it for good.
All right, this is Around Midnight Somewhere, and of course you're watching a few classic segments from AM going back about 20 years with the entire Local Boys gang and our special guests at the time, which were Rudy the Rubber and his friends. I am Joe Carbonetta, and I am live with you this evening. If you are watching on Thursday, October the 29th, 2020, flashing back to contemporary time now. If you're watching on any other night, we're not actually live. You can give us a call anytime at 951-356-6882. That is the number to call. I have the entire gang with me. I've got Todd Fluker and Chevelle Devine. Guys, how's it going? Don't everybody talk at once again.
I've been thinking.
You've been thinking. That's always a dangerous thing.
I think it's time for us to change the world, so we need to become Gold Star Girl Scouts.
I know there's that whole preference thing these days, and I mean I support you all the way, CJ.
We need to change the world.
I'm gonna have to take a hard pass on that, but Todd, what about you?
So wait, you're going to restart the Girl Scouts?
No,
No, it's the Boy Scouts that went bankrupt, not the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts are still around.
They're being held afloat by all the cookies?
Probably so. They actually hedged their bets. They got insurance. They were smarter than the Boy Scouts.
Well, that seems to be the case all around.
And before I forget,
so you with me?
Because I actually, no. Again, I'm gonna have to take a hard pass. But before I forget, I need to point out again that Malibu Film Festival's films, festivals, charity events, and special programs continue to evolve in support of the arts in your community, and you can help. Learn more by going to MalibuFilmFestival.com. That's MalibuFilmFestival.com. All right, guys.
You know what else? Looking at those old episodes, I'm thinking where were those weed PSAs back then? We probably could have used them. Probably would have hit their target audience.
That's a good point. But remember, it wasn't legal back in the day.
Yeah, they have those Venn diagrams of the circles. It's like around Midnight fans and weed smokers. It's like the same circle.
Only now that it's legal, they're so busy smoking, they don't even bother to pick up the remote and turn us on anymore.
So before we get too far, Nikki chatting up, she says she believes they is a safe gender neutral term to use. Otherwise, use what the person prefers themselves being referred to. They said they being used to describe a single person can be traced back to the year 1375.
With my people.
I am disappointed that Nikki doesn't call in, actually. I think she should actually call in and be part of the conversation live this evening.
She's too busy hacking computers and whatnot.
Hacking computers?
Getting the facts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. You put her to work all the time, so she can't actually do any...
Somebody's got to keep it honest.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Otherwise,
if you said, hey, Tony, call in. We want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, that would be good, too. Now, we did try to get him to call in a while back, but I believe his explanation was he had a beer in his hand and not the TV remote, so he couldn't join us.
We need to get Nicky Jr. to call in.
That doesn't
quite
get Tony
work.
to call in after seeing some of these clips of the old show and say, "These are the people you took your daughter to go see."
Wow, really? You're gonna try and throw?
These are the people.
You're trying to throw Tony under the bus like that now?
Go again.
That's pretty messed up.
Did we
Todd.
do that last time already?
No. There's no we. There's no we. That was all you, Todd. You threw him under the bus last time.
So next topic of conversation.
Okay.
What's up with homeschooling? It sucks, right?
I don't know. I'm not in school currently, so
but you have kids that are.
This is
and
true.
Jesus, does it suck, right?
Well, it could be managed a little better, I suppose. But what are you gonna do?
I guess
you're the
Chappelle
manager,
is
so
he's the old veteran of this. He's been at it for a while.
Who's this? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Chevelle.
Oh,
yeah. We are.
He was homeschooling before the whole pandemic.
Almost 2 years deep, 2.5 years deep in that.
Okay,
it's rough.
Yeah, because I mean,
wait. Let's back up, Todd, because technically that's not homeschooling. What we're talking about right now, you're talking about remote learning. Chevelle tried the actual homeschool version.
No, it's still homeschool, and you're lucky you have the support you have. When you're like, and actually, with homeschools, you actually have the option to homeschool through schools. It's been around for years and years and years. People just don't really talk about it because they're afraid it's going to take money out of public schools, which kind of at this stage in the game, I'm not mad at. They've done so much damage to public schools now. They still serve a purpose. I understand that a lot of people don't get the access without it, but then I think you need to treat the fact that the people don't have access rather than promoting the same garbage. I digress.
Always.
It's kind of the same. There's levels to it. That I think one of the biggest differences with homeschooling versus public schooling, because if you've got the funds to do private school, you can do whatever you want. With homeschooling, you really do get to choose how deeply involved you want to be, because you can go where it's completely run by the state even, because you've probably seen the commercials late at night on TV. What is it? California 12 schools or something like that. It's actually the state of California with their curriculum. It's all through a public school. Then you've got charter school options, and you have private homeschool options, and then you can just go completely solo and go rogue and do your own curriculum, and move out into a farm in the middle of Iowa and make your kids wear overalls all day.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I was falling asleep. God, he was going on so long there.
No, it's just there's options. But the one thing about like the way you guys are doing, well, it's going to get more difficult the older they get, because I know, Joe, you're not that smart. So like when your son comes home and wants to do long division,
you got
it might
jokes
be an issue.
now. You got jokes now.
No,
I'm
not joking. I'm
if they
being
try
very
to come
serious.
at you with that new math, what the F?
Oh, the funny thing is, like,
what is the new math?
I'm having an easier time with my son and his algebra than I did with his math in 4th grade, because they were talking about all these weird groupings and talking about how 7 is actually 6 if you want to do it. I said, nah, bro.
Wait, what?
It was weird. It was the early days of the Common Core stuff, and wasn't nothing common about that core. It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, see, as I was saying, I was hoping that it was going to get easier as my little one gets older, because I feel like at this point, this is her first integration into school. She's doing kindergarten via remote learning, and she doesn't know what the F is going on. And we're trying to sit her in front of a computer. She's getting up, walking around, doing whatever the F she wants, and I'm like, hey, you gotta sit down here, honey, and listen to the teacher. And she's like, who? What? I don't know this person. Why do I gotta listen to their authority? I'm like, I
gotta tell you though, Todd, that actually happens with them in school. So I've had 4 parent-teacher meetings last year. She's like, Benjamin's busy. Trying to get him to sit down. We taped a little square on the ground where he knows he can sit.
They should have just tried taping him to the ground. It would have been more effective.
I don't know if that would have gone over as well.
Oh, that's probably true. But I know your son.
It was it was a great experience. Ben is a piece of work. He's a handful.
Yeah, you got to get him some of those Velcro pants.
I think we might actually have a telephone call, guys. We're going to have to take this. Let's see. Good evening. You are calling around midnight with the local boys. Who are we talking to tonight?
Hey, it's Nikki.
Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you called in.
Hi. I did.
Where's Nikki
I wasn't
Jr.?
going to, but with the all the remote learning and all of that, and it sounds like you guys all have little kids, so I wanted to let you know that remote learning is not easier with a high schooler.
Oh, really?
Yes, my son started freshman year. Like, he started 9th grade this year.
Oh, okay. And he doesn't want to be on point and do his work?
He gets onto the classes. He does okay with that. He's half asleep most of the time. But getting them to do anything after the end of their, the classes are done at like 12:30 because they only do 3 a day. Getting him to do the homework that comes after that, I literally had to buy a laptop so he could sit in a living room with people watching. Because he would not do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've rearranged my living room 3 times, and because my wife is working from home. I work every once in a while in the office, but I work nights, so I often sleep during the day. But I had to put a kitchen table or dining table in the living room with 3 computers on it, and it was fine for a while. But then I had to arrange them so that my wife could see the screen, because they're sitting there watching. Ben's watching Octonauts, and got Bo over here looking at memes and stuff.
I keep coming back to this scene.
Yeah, and like they're hella smart when they want to be sneaky, because he'll get on there and he knows that, like, I have Linux computers set up, but they do it on the Windows too, where you can have multiple desktops. So it'll switch over to the other desktop and it'll have math problems on it, and then the second you turn away, boom, right back there, and he's watching, I don't know, Preston making.
I keep coming back to this scene from Ghostbusters, the original movie, where they're sitting there and they're supposed to be testing whether these people are psychic, and every time they get it wrong, they get shocked. And I'm wondering if we could use that with the kids. I'm studying the effects of negative reinforcement on you doing your homework.
Well, I mean, me nagging, that's negative reinforcement for him.
Oh.
He got really sick of me, really fast. So, but yeah, he has a desktop in his room, and I would go in to be like, hey, have you been doing your homework? And he's trying to frantically click off of some YouTube video that's a video game or about D&D or something.
It's porn. How old is he now?
14.
Oh, well, yeah, you were watching us at 14, so it's probably porn.
Yeah. He's not doing PE anymore, so if his socks are stiff and sweaty,
I got to tell you, Nikki, as a matter of fact, speaking about the old footage that we were showing, I was very, very difficult for me not to select another piece of footage where you called in, because you were, and we truly appreciate you were one of our regular callers all the time. But it was a little risque given your age at the time, so I figured that on the interests of decency, I omitted that segment from the show, because we used to be on at midnight. But
oddly enough, I think she's the only one out of the people that are present in this conversation that came out okay.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm going to quote you later.
Cool.
He'll deny it. I mean, there's no point in quoting him. He'll deny it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to argue it if
he's just as bad as Trump. We'll pull out the video and say, "Look, this is what you said." No, that's not what I said. Though it's fake news. It didn't happen.
So yeah, homework is a problem. And I didn't think it was going to be, because in March when all this started, I was working from home. We didn't have to go into the building. So I was able to be like, all right, come in here, sit here while I do other stuff. And he did it with no problem. And then I went back to work and he went back to school, and all of a sudden I'm getting notices about late work. So it's annoying.
Okay.
And it's stressful for everyone. Like the kids are freaking out. Even the older kids, they're freaking out with it.
Yeah, it's going to be all new. And I was reading an article talking about just, kind of the problems with kids and how they're having trouble these days with the increased screen time causing migraines and vision impairment. And, how they're not set up in
is anybody noticing that Todd's only on half the screen now?
Quote, desks and whatnot. So they're
wait, they're talking about school furniture was ergonomically safe?
I mean, it's at least built for their size in general, but I mean, if you got a 5-year-old sitting at the dining room table, he's like sitting with his arms up here like this, it's not really good for his wrist or his neck or whatever. They're talking about introducing joint pain to some kids and all this stuff. I mean, not a lot of places, not a lot of homes are set up to be prepared for this kind of thing, sitting in one place for hours on end.
Well, you heard there was a shortage of desks. Everybody, there was a run on desks. Nobody had them. It got to the point where these people that knew a little bit of woodworking started building desks and donating them because people couldn't get desks for their kids.
Yeah.
Dude, everything's running out. Desks are hard to find. Printer ink is absurd right now. I literally bought a new printer because I could not find ink for my printer for months.
You know what? You were smarter to do it that way anyway. We've discussed on this show that printers and printer ink is the best scam going. It is like those diabetic test strips. They give you the machine for free because then they nail you with the test strips. It's the same thing with a printer. You could pick up a printer with ink cartridges for $100. Then you need to buy a couple of ink cartridges and that'll set you back almost $200. You're better off to just buy another printer.
You really are a boomer.
I'm sorry, you would rather pay $200 for ink than $100 for the printer with the ink?
No, I'm just. Do you listen to yourself? The way you complain about it is fantastic.
So angry about ink.
I'm just tired of getting ripped off. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't understand how come you guys don't see this as a problem.
Oh man, Joe is the living
I think most
personification
people
of
my
Hank Hill.
age print at work if they can, so we don't realize it's a problem.
Oh, I see. So in other words, you're just ripping off your company in the background. Okay, all right. Well, yeah.
Yes,
I guess I am
yeah.
old school there. Then, yeah. I try not to do such things.
Oh yeah, I do
Me
my
neither
printing at
anymore.
work.
That's why I have a printer.
Well, okay.
I just don't print. I'm protesting. It's like y'all got to draw on the screen or something. We just don't do that assignment. If it's an important one, I will make him write it all down because their handwriting's sloppy anyway. They need the practice.
It didn't help me any.
Yeah.
I practiced all the time back in the day. I still can't read my own handwriting.
I print everything. I can't read articles that are more than like 2 pages on the computer. I have to have paper.
Wait, and I'm the old man here?
Yes.
Took her an awful long time to summon up the courage to say that. All right.
I prefer paper.
Well, okay.
I can't stand paper.
I mean, she's a librarian.
Evil.
She's used to it.
All right. Well, Nikki, we appreciate you calling in this evening. We actually have to go to one more segment, so we're going to have to say goodbye to you for now. But you could call us back in the last couple of minutes afterward. But maybe we should send her a printed copy of our disclaimer at the top of the show because she doesn't like reading those things on the screen, evidently. All right. Thanks again.
Fatigue is real.
It is really long.
Thank you, Nikki. We appreciate you calling in. You have a great night, okay?
All right. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was awesome that Nikki called in. We really do appreciate that. All right. So we got one more classic segment here that we have to go to because, well, quite frankly, we're having too much fun. And it is Halloween, and we do want to get in the last of our Halloween episode before we say goodnight. So stand by, guys, and check this little rare gem out.
gentlemen, all the way from Pennsylvania, the very scary Count Cocula!
Blue, blue, blue. I want to suck your puss.
Does that ever get old? Old, I swear.
These are the jokes.
It's a classic. I want to suck your blood. I want to suck your butt. I want to suck your blood.
I think we should boycott.
It's Count Cocula!
I think we should get another phone call. That's what I think. The Count is calling in. What did he go fly home?
Count?
Yeah, line one. Count, are you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Count Cocula?
Yes.
How did you do that?
You cannot escape me. I am Count Cocula. I am everywhere at once.
Count Cocula, are you in the studio?
Man, this guy's got some serious balls. You know that?
I am in the studio.
He sure does.
I am on the phone.
He sure does. Yes, he does. Nice of you to notice. How are you, Count Cocula?
I am very good.
It's lovely to hear from you again.
I am looking for the lovely red wine. red wine.
Yes, I
am. So fine.
Does this guy know every song there ever was? You know.
Red wine.
Oh man!
Did you fly back to
Pennsylvania? To me. Joe.
Yes.
You are wearing a lovely shirt.
Oh, thank you.
And I would like to say that Eileen, you have a lovely shirt as well. I would love to suck on your shirts.
Count. Okay, I'll tell you what, Joe. If you put on that scary music, the Count will be back here in seconds.
Who writes this stuff, man?
Oh, no.
I am everywhere at once.
That's
I
the funny
am
thing
the
is
Count
nobody writes it.
Cocula. Rah, Rudy. You're my victim.
Suck this!
I think
Suck this, Count Cocula!
Maybe not.
Suck this!
I is liking the fresh blood,
Okay,
not
now
the
that's
old
horrifying,
blood.
dude.
I don't know. I think Rudy has a Cocula envy. I'm just saying.
I am a little bigger than Rudy.
That is it. I am so done with you guys.
I just keep noticing how much bigger he is. Not that I'm paying attention. That sounded kind of weird.
You know what scares me?
Cocula!
I didn't notice it till it come out of my own mouth.
Cocula!
What I meant to say was-
Jeff,
I'm
man.
just gonna shut up.
That's a good idea, Jeff. That's a really good idea, right?
Jeff, if you ever want something to come into your mouth,
Let us know.
Because I can keep going all night, Rudy.
You set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
Everyone is different, and everyone has feelings, and everyone likes the condoms.
Joe, thanks for having me and the gang on for our Halloweeny party. We had a really good time. Hey, Joe!
Yo!
Joe, I just want to say to the one Rudy the Rubber fan that's left out there, keep watching, Mom.
All right. That was 20 years ago. And, I want to say these 20 years later, special thanks to Rudy the Rubber and all of his friends for coming out and joining us. That was actually an awful lot of fun. Completely insane, but an awful lot of fun. And, there's some great memories to relive here all these years later.
So we're definitely going to have him on the show, right?
Yeah, you know what? It would be great if we could get Rudy to come back on the show. Maybe he could join us via one of these, remote sessions. That would be fantastic. Chevelle, you're not saying a word there, CJ. I saw you actually get up and leave the control room.
Yeah.
Do you not care for the Rudy brand of humor?
No, it's great. Wow, we did that.
We did that. Yes, we did.
We did that. Ooh, that's not one you're going to find on my resume.
Oh, wait, there's some other gems of yours we can pull out. I think there's one called My Show.
Yeah, I might have to go revisit my LinkedIn page. This is
Oh, come on. Those were good times. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was a lot of it was completely off the cuff too, I was going to say as professional as it looked, but Who am I kidding?
It was fun. It was fun to do. It was fun.
It was. It was. But yeah, that goes all the way back to 2000. So it literally was 20 years ago. And I loved all the references to the witch that you dated there, CJ. That that ties in very nicely with the Halloween thing.
What she's doing now?
That's
probably
always
howling at the moon or something.
Wow.
I'm sure she's
gotta look her up on MySpace. See what she's up to.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. What was that other one? There was another one. There was a third one.
I'm sorry, a third one?
There was MySpace, Facebook, and there was one more.
I thought he was talking about girls. I was like, what?
No.
I dated so many witches in my life.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly where are we going with this conversation?
Yeah. I'm gonna leave this alone. No,
we only got a couple of minutes left in the show now, so you sure you don't want to go down that road?
Nope.
Oh well,
I'm good.
Okay.
What about you?
What about me? No, I don't think
Any
I have
witches
any.
in your,
I don't have any real witch stories. No, I guess I was too. No, I wouldn't say I played it safe. I certainly didn't do that. But no, I guess I was fortunate. How about that? I was fortunate. I didn't run into any real witches.
Actual real life witches.
Yeah. What about you there, Todd?
I mean, it was just a phase. She only did it for like a year or 2, 3.
Still to this day,
maybe 4.
however many years that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was something.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I think I'm experiencing post-traumatic stress syndrome right now.
From watching the old episodes, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, come on! That was
jarring.
That was some good. The great.
Oh, it's just remembering these old relationships.
Oh! I thought you were talking about the show. No, you're flashing back to something far more horrific.
So quiet. Why are you staring at me?
Because of the faces you're making. You seem to be having some very, very traumatic.
You're leaving me here alone with my thoughts. That's not a safe place to be.
Wait. Let me go to an extreme shot there of just you with your thoughts. No. All right. Okay. Well, on that note, I guess it's about time for us to be getting on out of here. And so again, special thanks to all of the guests of the past. And for all the fun times that we had. And thank you for joining us this evening. Hopefully we'll be back again very soon with another exciting episode of Around Midnight Somewhere. Until then, stay safe, especially if you're trick-or-treating, wear a mask, and have a wonderful evening.